both those shades together. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking new makeup. We're talking the makeup on my face today. I think I found my new favorite lip combination of the universe, dare I say. Like, I look at Sierra. Also, this nail color, it's not featured in this video at all, but this nail color is amazing. This is the shade Mimosa from Manicurist, and you guys, it's so stunning. This is their green flash, but they also have it in their traditional polish. Anyways, enough, but I just can't feel like the combination of these two colors is just really jazzing me today, and I had to talk about it. Anyways, I really like the way that this makeup came out. There's so many good products in this, and I would love to know down below, what products do you want me to review? What new shades and products do you want me to review? What brands? I have an about face video that I'm going to be doing coming soon, but I would love to know what else you guys want to see from this channel. And yeah, I just want to jump into the video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of new makeup. Let's jump right in. I'm excited. So my brows are already on, so we're going to start with our base. And today we're going to be using the CL Their Tinted Serum. I wear the shade 8 in this. I love this serum. This has been my most grab for sure. And I'm not going to do too much. 3 drops. And I'm going to mainly go in with concealer just to work with the hyperpigmentation on my chin, because it has been giving me some grief. I don't know what is going, well, I do. It's spring and my skin always freaks out in spring and I always forget. But real annoying. So I'm just going to do a little bit, and then we're going to go in with concealer, and I'm just going to blend with my fingers today. All right, that is blended. Now we're going to go in with the CL, their concealer. This is so good at covering hyperpigmentation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do kind of like little dots around my face where I want to cover it. And then we're going to let it sit for about a minute and then blend it out. All right, that sat long enough. I'm going to take this brush here. This is a Makeup Forever 144. I believe it's 144. Yeah, 144. I love this brush even for under the eyes, but I like this a lot for kind of keeping stuff in place but patting it out. And I'm going to pat out all the concealer I put down. Okay, really happy with how the base is looking. I'm going to let that kind of marinate down before I go in with any setting powder. So while we wait and let everything marinate on the base, I'm going to go in with some concealer. We're going to go in with the Sarah Creole concealer. I'm not going to overdo this one. This one is so easy to apply too much because a very little bit goes a long way. That's enough. You can always apply more after we do our new bronzer. So this one I like to let sit for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So we're going to let this sit and then come back. Okay, that's sat long enough. Now I'm going to blend it out with this brush. This is currently one that I'm loving to blend concealer with. It is the F4 from Mario, Makeup by Mario. This is great. I really like this brush. So we're just going to tap in, and then if I want to apply a little bit more, I will. Right, I'm actually really happy with that coverage, so I'm not going to add any more. Now we're going to go on to our new bronzer, which also happens to be from Sarah Creole. It is their cream bronzer, and they actually sent me all the shades, which is really nice, so I can swatch them for you guys. But it's called their Like Paradise cream bronzer. This is the lightest shade, so I'm going to do a swatch of all of them on my hand for you, just so that you can see. So I'm going to do right here. This one obviously is a little too light for me, but it's very pretty. I will say I do want brands to start offering, like, instead of, it feels like all brands offer only 3 shades, 3 or 4 shades in bronzers. We need like 6. I feel like as a minimum, because everyone has different needs, likes, all of that. Anyways, then this one here, no, that's the third one. We'll go in order. This one is the shade I wear, which is the shade 2. It's very pretty. I'm gonna do another swatch here. So you can see, it's nice that there's like a good difference between the two shades, because I feel like a lot of the time the shades are really similar or close enough where the same person could wear the same, different shades. And I feel like when you have so few shades, please offer us a breadth of like shade options. And then this one, which is so stunning, this is the shade 3. It is so pretty. The shade, I was so excited to see that it wasn't like too orange or anything like that. This one, look how pretty that is. So it's a nice range of tones, which is nice, and they all have like a good neutralness to them. At least for my complexion, neutral kind of can skew different ways for different people, but this is it. Very pretty. What do you guys think of the shades? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade that I wear, which is the shade 2 here, and I'm gonna give away these 2 shades to actually people in my life who I know have really been wanting to use this, and I have like 2 people that they're perfect for. Anyways, so we're gonna go in with the shade here again, which is the shade 2. I'm gonna take off these from the back of my hand so I can apply the shade 2 to the back of my hand, because that's how I like to apply this. I like to apply this with a brush that is, did you just hear my wrist crack? That was crazy. I find that is the best way to, I always prefer applying cream bronzers and blushes with a brush, but I don't love this with my fingers, so I'm just gonna say that. But I find that with a lot of cream products, I don't like to blend with my fingers because it just can create a little bit of extra kind of, not patchiness from the product, but the warmth of your finger, and fingers just kind of, I don't know, kind of creates some patchiness sometimes. So I'm going to pick it up on this brush here. This is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this brush on one side, and then they also sent me their brush, so we're going to use that on the other side just so that you can see the difference between the two. This is my most kind of used brush. So I'm going to apply this on this side with the Heavenly Luxe number 7 from IT Cosmetics. Look how pretty that is. This is exactly how, like, the type of bronze I like. Oh, look how pretty that is. You'll have to let me know what you think of the shade. I really, really like it. And you can definitely build it up if you want to kind of make it more pigmented. So we can do that after I apply this with the other brush that they sent me. And you'll have to tell me which one you prefer. And then I'll let you know which one I prefer. So this is the Sarah Creole. This is their, what is it, dual contour brush. And it's a little bit more stiff, not in a bad way, but it's a little bit more densely packed than the Heavenly Luxe number 7 from IT Cosmetics. I'm going to dip in to what I have in the back of my hand that I just added, and we're just going to blend with this. So that's bronzer on both sides, so you can see how the brush is kind of blended out the product. I actually really like how both blend out the bronzer, but my preference is a brush like this, or even the e.l.f. One that is kind of a dupe of this one, because I just like a brush that isn't quite as dense and has a little bit more movement. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you kind of how it layers up. So I'm going to take more on the back of my hand. You can dip your brush in. I just find that when I do that, I always make a mistake. It always ends up being too much, even though this product blends out really easily, which is nice. But look at how that layers up. It's very easy to kind of layer up. And because it doesn't set down right away, it's easy to kind of manipulate a little bit in a good way. We're going to do the same on this side with this brush. Oh, no, let me do it with the other brush to keep it even and fair. So we're gonna look at this. All right, now that it's built up, you have to let me know what you think. When it comes to building up the product, I prefer this brush for sure. I find that this brush can kind of make it look a little, because it's more dense and the way that it kind of packs the product, it can create a little bit of patchiness. You can fix it because the product is really easy to work with, but it's something to note that this can kind of, when you're layering it up, can create a little bit of patchiness, whereas this one does not. So I definitely prefer this brush. But you have to let me know what you think of the bronzer, what side you prefer, all of that. Now we're gonna move on to a new blush, and it's actually a new shade. I've used this blush before on this channel, but this is a new shade. So we have the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in the shade Happy Hour. Look how stunning that is. These, I don't know why these things are so hard for me to open sometimes. Oh, there we go. It is so beautiful. Look at that. I'm so obsessed with it. So we're going to take a little bit. I'm just going to mush it kind of out. And this looks intense. And we have a powder blush that we're also going to layer on top. So I'm going to try to not go too heavy-handed with this, but I always go too heavy-handed. It's just, it is just par for the course. But we're going to take this on this brush here. This is a blush brush. And I already regret it. Look how pigmented. We're going to dab some of that off because that is crazy. And then we're going to kind of build it. Oh, look how pretty that is though. This blush, although it's scary, is so pretty. And we're just going to kind of build it up lightly because we have a powder to go on top. I'm going to take this brush that I actually blended the concealer out with and just go around the edge just so that there are no harsh lines. So pretty. So now what I'm going to do before we go on to using the powder blush, we're going to kind of let this all marinate for a second. So we're going to move on to the eyes really quick. And the first thing I want to do is actually want to take the cream bronzer we used. I'm going to take it on my finger. And we're just going to lay it down. I really like the shade on my lid to create like a really bronzy look that doesn't skew orange because of how the shade is just really good. The shade is just so good. So I'm just gonna place it down. And then I'm gonna actually blend the edges with my fingers once I'm happy with how much product I have placed down. And then we just blend with our finger on the edge, like the edge, so that there isn't a harsh line and it kind of blends up nicely. Then I'm actually going to take a small brush and dip into this and pick up some of that pigment and then pull it on my lower lash line. Now what I want to do is I am going to like go in and I'm going to set with a little bit of powder on my eyelid as well. But I do kind of want to wait a second. So before I do that, I'm going to go on with this eyeliner here. This is from Jillian Dempsey in the shade Rich Brown. Did I make that up? Nailed it. Rich Brown. And I don't know why I just put this down. I need it. And we're just going to line our lid. I don't want like too much eyeliner on the top, but I do want a little bit to kind of just thicken up the lash line a bit. Now what I want to do is I actually want to take this powder from this smoke stick from About Face, and I am going to kind of just set it with this powder. Now what I want to do is I want to set my lid with a little bit of translucent powder. This just fluffed everywhere. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to take this from Amico Lay, their translucent setting powder, and I'm going to use their powder brush. I always get questions about this brush. It's just the powder brush from Amico Lay. This is a great brush. It is definitely my most used powder brush, and I'm going to set my T-zone and then also set my lid and kind of under eye area with this. I'm going to take some product on this, like this, and then I'm going to pat it so it's not too much powder because I just want it to be light. And on my chin where I have the extra concealer, just make sure I really add the extra powder there well. And then I'm going to take a little bit on a brush and just pat it over my eyelid. just so everything holds in place, because it's a very creamy product and I want to make sure that everything looks nice all day. Now before I go on with our new powder blush, we're going to go on with this cream eyeshadow stick from Victoria Beckham Beauty in the shade Oyster. I love that. Now before we go on with mascara and kind of finish the eye off, I'm going to go on with the powder blush, and this blush is so pretty. So this is from Lawless, and this is in the shade Watermelon. It is so pretty. Let me get some of the powder on my hand. Oh, I should actually do a swatch of both. So this is the shade from Lawless. It is so pretty. Gosh, my fingers are gonna be so stained. Look at both those shades together. Look at my fingers. They're gonna be so stained. So much powder left on my finger, but look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that like a perfect combo? I was very excited when I realized that they would look really beautiful together. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a powder brush and dip in. I regret it already. Dip in, and it's a big fluffy brush, and then we're going to take off some of that immediately. I'm scared. And we're going to very lightly tap on the blush that I currently have. That's so intense. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Combo's stunning. The blush is intense. We're kind of giving 80s prom. Don't worry, we're fixing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this side of this brush and I'm going to go around the edges. Loving this blush. It is so pretty. You have to let me know what you think. It's so pretty. You have to let me know if you think I can pull off a brighter pink. I normally don't go this bright because it makes me terrified, but you have to let me know what you think. Anyways, now what we're going to do is we're going to go on with a highlight, and I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's here. It's in front of my face. It is this one from Maya Chia. I've talked about this before. I love this. This is in the shade Afternoon Delight. Is it? Did I make that up? No, Afternoon Delight. I didn't. So I like to shake it up, then get product in the pipette, and then put that, just a drop, one drop. Trust me, more gets crazy. So I do one drop on the back of my hand. It's, look how pretty that is. So I'm gonna take it on my finger like this. I'm just gonna spread it out. And I'm gonna place it. Oh my God, look how pretty. Look how gorgeous that is, and a very little bit of this goes a long way. It's so pretty. You'll have to let me know what you think. I'm obsessed with that highlighter. It just never does me dirty. It gives me the perfect amount of stunning highlight that still has like a blinding effect, but it just melts into the skin so it doesn't look super makeup-y. I don't know, I'm obsessed with it. Anyways, now what I want to do is go back to the eye. We're gonna let that kind of marinate, and then I might want to add a little bit more powder, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of happy with how it's looking. So first we're gonna go back to the eye. I want to curl my lashes today. And I should look into the best way to curl your lashes is to look down into kind of a smaller mirror. And so that's what we're gonna do, and then do it. It always ends up being kind of better that way. Now I'm gonna go on with mascara, and I love both of these, the Jones Road and the House Labs one. Maybe I'll do a combo. Let's do a combo. So I'm gonna do one coat. I'm only gonna do top lash mascara today. I haven't been in the mood for bottom lash mascara lately. Am I alone on that one? I feel like a lot of people have been using bottom lash mascara. I just can't be bothered. So I'm going to do one coat of the House Labs and then one coat of the Jones Road on my top lashes. All right, and now a coat of the Jones Road mascara. Now for our new lip liner. This one is actually a lip liner I've used before. This is from the brand Sochi. I reviewed it on, okay, my dog's hair is everywhere. I reviewed it on this channel last year. I believe it was last year, but it might have been the year before. Either way, I tried this before in the shade Skinny Dip, and I really, really liked the formula. The only issue I had with this actual product was the cap would, when you put it on, it would go so far down that it would snap the tip of your lip liner. It doesn't do that anymore, which is amazing. So this is in the shade Speakeasy. They actually sent me this shade, and you have to tell me right now if you agree that this is a really good shade match for my lips, like my natural lip color, because look at this. You guys. Excuse me. Look at that. That's a really good lip color match, right? I've been nonstop using this. Like, gotta place an order for another one for sure, because this is, I don't know if you know, okay? Anytime I like a lip liner color, they discontinue it. I swear the brands always discontinue my favorite lip liner color, so I always have backstock on the lip liners I love. This is going on backstock for me for sure, because I've been using it nonstop. And you have to let me, that's crazy, right? Look at that. It's so good. Are you impressed, or am I just lying to myself? You let me know. I'm very impressed with the shade, because it is like a little bit Your Lips but better, but like truly, truly like a touch slightly different than my natural lip color, to kind of pump it up a bit. You have to let me know your thoughts down below, because I am obsessed. And this formula is so nice. Now that the cap doesn't go all the way down and break the tip of the lip liner like it used to. I don't know if I just had a faulty one, which very well could be. Sometimes that happens. Or if they figured out a way to kind of make the cap kind of hold on a little bit tighter so it doesn't go all the way down, because before you would lightly put it on, it would still somehow get to the bottom, like hit like the tip of the lip liner. It was really frustrating, but now that it doesn't do that, I'm buying a million of these, because this lip color is perfect for when I want a true kind of no makeup lip look. Let me actually do a little swatchy poo on the back of my hand for you. So this is the lip liner, just so you can see. That is the perfect kind of shade for what I like for my lips. You have to let me know, actually, before we go on to the other lip color, if you have a really good no makeup lip liner shade for your lips. You have to let me know. And also, if you know of another shade that's similar to this, I feel like this is very unhelpful, but if you know of another shade like this from another brand, let me know. I'm now currently obsessed. Anyways, now we're moving on to our new lip color, and this is also from the brand Soshi, and this is their Lip Silk, also in the shade Speakeasy. What's interesting about this, they also sent me this one, by the way. What's interesting about this is it's not an exact match to the lip liner. I'm going to do a little swatchy poo on the back of my hand. Okay, that is pulling crazy in the monitor. It's not that orange. It's more of a brown tone in person. I don't know why it's pulling so warm in the monitor, but this is really pretty. I have been loving the combo since I got these. I can't remember when I got them. It's been at least a month. But since I've gotten these, I've been loving this combo just in my bag, because it's such an this product is so easy to reapply. And the combination, even though it's pulling different in the monitor I'm seeing than it is in person, I'll take a picture of what it really looks like so you can see. You would think the combination of these two could look a little crazy, but it looks so pretty. Let me take a picture really quick so you can see what it really looks like. My hair looks so greasy in that picture, it's crazy. Like, today is wash my hair day. I feel like I always film on my hair wash day, and that's a mistake. And I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. This lip combination is so pretty, but this Lip Silk, it's so comfortable to wear. It's super hydrating, which is great because I have the driest lips, and it kind of smooths out dusty crusts that you have on your lips when they are dry. And it lasts really nicely on the lips, especially if I'm just like working. Then I don't really need to like reapply if I'm doing computer work or whatever. If I'm talking, it does fade a little bit faster, but it is so comfortable to wear. It is really, really pretty. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about this combination. Here is life. I'll probably purchase another one of these too, because brands are always getting rid of my favorite things. But I would love to know what you think of the makeup look, the cheek color. Look how pretty. I feel like this makeup look has kind of convinced me a little bit to be less hesitant with the bright kind of cheek shades, and also be more adventurous with lip colors, because I tend to kind of just wear the same thing all the time because I know what I like, and I know what I like on when I look in the mirror, or even when I'm filming or in pictures or whatever. I know the kind of the lip combination that I like, but I need to be more adventurous, I think, for my day-to-day, not necessarily with testing, because I test stuff all the time. But you have to let me know what you think of the makeup look, the lip color especially. And yeah, that is my full face of new makeup. I would love to know down below which product was your favorite. I know that the lip products and the bronzer are for sure my favorite products, but I would love to know down below which ones you loved the most. The lip color is just amazing. This bronzer I really like because it's just so easy to blend, and it just is like perfect for a no makeup look. But also if you want to use it on a more full send makeup look, or an everyday makeup look where you are wearing a base and all of that, you can kind of use it all ways. It's very, very pretty. I would like to know down below, actually, if you have tried it, your thoughts, and have you tried these? If you have, are you obsessed? Let me know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. That is it for, oh my God, what is going on with my hair? That is it for my full face of new makeup. I really like the pink cheek, and it's definitely going to get me to be a little bit more adventurous with being less hesitant to grab, because I have a bunch of bright pink blushes. I just am hesitant, and I'm going to be less hesitant because, like, look how pretty that is. I love it. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.